Greetings everyone, Fro here. Welcome to the DemoHub. Snowflake recently released a feature, group by, where you do aggregations on your data and rollups. Having to do a group by could be challenging, and having this group by all capability is a significant improvement in the life of the developer, speeding up your queries and an overall superior experience. I would highly recommend you take advantage of this if you haven't. Links in the description below. We have a table with some data. In our example, a store with some sales happening within the store. Something we can do for this aggregations, rolling up our store, figuring out how profitable each store is for the business. It would be interesting to see this profit, not just as a whole, as an aggregate, but which store is more profitable or which region is more profitable. And this is where it gets interesting. Here we can see our table does have some dimensions, a state, and obviously a city, and we want to see what products are profitable. Let's start with state and let's start with city. Now, if we do this, so this is something you're going to want to do, but anyone who knows SQL will know this will be a problem, right? This will give us an issue while we're missing a group by. Let's jump in and include a group by statement here. Now with our group by, here's where it gets challenging. We have to group by state. We have to group by city. So essentially, you're grouping by all of your non-aggregate metrics from above. So state and city is what we have to group by. Now it's simple in this case because we have just two columns to work with. If you had a situation with dozens or hundreds of columns, and I've seen that in the real world, having to type all of those and keep track of what you're typing could be challenging. Let's work with this to see what this experience looks like. Here we do a group by and we can see stores, city, and the profit for each of those stores. Now imagine we're done with this development, we've checked in the code, and the business comes and says, hey, we need to see at the product level. We just don't want to see the stores. What products are more profitable? So in here, we're going to have to come back, and obviously there is a product ID there. We can always go in and watch what might happen. We might want to go in and do the same for our product ID in the select statement. But if we do that and somehow forget to do that in our group by, we have a problem. There is a problem. Why? This column is ambiguous. So let's actually get the product from P. Now we make the change and run that. Again, there is a problem. We need to come back here and include that in group by clause. So now P.product ID. And only after doing this do we have a query that runs. Imagine every time you have to come in and add a new column, you're going to have to not only make sure the column name is here and matched correctly. If I had a typo and somehow checked in this code, it would be a problem. It wouldn't work. And you're going to have to go in and change that. Now, what if there was a different way to do this? This is where the group by all comes into play, this new feature by Snowflake. So you can still write your query as before, but forget about all of this typing. What we're going to do is just replace that with group by all. Now, instead of coming in, typing and trying to keep track of all the columns, again, we have a simple example with 3 columns. You could have examples with dozens of columns, dozens and dozens of columns. Keeping track of all of that here could be challenging. Having a group by all makes it overall simple, cleaner code, easy to look at, easy to maintain, and honestly easy to write, less verbose. I think this is a really good quality of life improvement feature for developers. Now, this is where it also gets cool because unlike before, if we need to do a report and somehow we want to see just state and the products that are popular in the state, regardless of city, go ahead and delete that. Now, I don't have to remember to keep track of my group by because the group by all will always be consistent. So in this case, I simply make one change, and the query runs. If you haven't taken advantage of this, I highly recommend go in and take advantage of this for existing code, for new code, just improve the whole experience. So there you have it. Links to this will be in the description below. As always, if you found this valuable, do like it. If you have a question or a comment, leave that in the comment section below. This has been Fro here with DemoHub. I'll see you in the next demo.